Kyren, commiserations. You chased him really hard in that match, particularly that last session as well last night. You started again today. I mean, was it just a few shots here and there that cost you in that session?
I think in hindsight, it's probably the very first session. Walking out into the one table setup, I hold my hands up. It was so unique and different to the two tables. The pleasing thing for me is from there, I didn't crumble. I really held myself together and just battled on. I feel very comfortable out there now. It happened in my debut at the Crucible. I struggled against Ricky Walden, gone on to do really well here. So, I'll just take the exact same experience from that going forward for the future.
I mean, given how well you played last night, could you believe that you weren't level?
Yeah, it was quite tough to take. It's John missed a blue. I can't remember the scores. I can't remember what day it is, let alone the score. But he missed a blue, and I think I cleared up with a 90-odd break to go within one of him. And I break off. He pots a long red, shot to nothing. And it's as if he's saying, "What blue? I never missed a blue. I don't know what you're talking about." But he's such a great hard match player. But I felt like I matched him. It was just the odd frame.
He seems to have some nice words for you at the end as well.
Yeah, he was very complimentary. He actually said to me, "Look what happened to Mark Selby in 07, I think, when John beat him in the final." And he said, "Look what's gone on for his career since." So he said, "That's the best compliment I can give you."
And you must feel now that, given your progression at this tournament and what you've achieved this season, it's very positive going forward.
Yeah, without doubt. I think I'm up to number 7 on the 1-year list. The only annoying thing is that there's no silverware to show for it. But, if you keep knocking on that door is going to fall down. And, we're in probably the toughest era of snooker standard-wise. So to be up there and consistently up there is very pleasing.
But you've got the game for these big Triple Crown events, haven't you?
Yeah, I feel like I've got the game and the mentality, and I really gear myself up for these sort of events and produce my best stuff here. So if you're going to do that, then you're in good stead for the future. So very, very excited for my future.
So you go away obviously disappointed for the next week or so, but when you reflect back on it, as you say, you're fired up to get back here again and have another crack at it.
Yeah, we'll go again next year. I've got a fantastic team, and Barry Stark, my coach, and Brandon Parker, my manager, and we've got a great team around me, fantastic family that always support me, and with those foundations, they lift you when you need lifting, and they've been fantastic for me. It's a long grueling test. You need inspiration every now and again, and luckily Sophie's booked Tenerife, so I'm off to Tenerife next week. Happy days.
That will be a nice holiday. One final question from me: do you think Higgins is going to go on and win it now?
Personally, it's very hard to call, but I just think that he has got the edge. He's won it 4 times. He just seems like he turns into a different animal when it gets to this stage of a certain tournament, especially the World Championships, and I just think he'll be a little bit too strong.
Well done on the campaign.
Thank you. Cheers.
Kyren, I think it was 6 times you got back to 1 frame behind, and every time John won the next frame. Do you think if you had got level, it might have made the difference?
Possibly. I really wanted to get level to see what would happen to him. I wanted to see how he would respond from there. I felt like when I got within 1, he got stronger. So I wanted to see what would have happened if it would have got level. The best time for me to have gone level, I think, was when I was 4-3 down in the first session. I missed a sitter of a red. And to go 4 all there, who knows what could have happened. We've drew every session since then, so it would have gone a lot closer.
The second frame of today, Kyren, looked like you were maybe trying to force it a bit. You played a couple of quite risky shots. Was that sort of your feeling at that stage of the match, that you really had to sort of take the initiative in that one?
I just felt like, John's probably the greatest match player of all time, and if you're just going to keep playing safeties and keep trying to outmatch him sometimes, you have to try and force it a little bit sometimes, I feel, against John. The opportunities are very far and few between. And when he does make a slight mistake, it might look quite tricky as the shot that he does leave you, but if you can punish him and hurt him off his mistake, then that hurts him even more than if you've made the chance for yourself. So yeah, maybe just try to force it a little bit too much.
Kyren, with a number of big names already going out early, do you think it's an opportunity missed for you?
No, not really. These are such long formats. I believe I've got the game to beat anybody. you know, I'm not being big-headed there. I just feel like it's just a test of everything, not only your game, your mental strength, your fitness, your diet, everything. And you know, I'm not bothered who I play. You know, I would have happily played the top guys in any round. You've got to beat them to be world champion. You know, I've just lost to one of the best players of all time, so you know, I haven't beaten him, but I'll learn from it.
What do you need to improve on coming next year?
I just think, you know, not much really. I think my game's there. It's I just really struggled to settle in the first session. I think it was very different compared to the two tables. It was very open. You know, just walking from your chair to your shot was really different, and there seemed to be a massive buzz around the crowd. All eyes are on you, and you know, I'd certainly settled after that. And now I know that I can settle and produce under that circumstance. You know, it's put me in good stead for the future.
Great, thanks.
Betfred, proud sponsor of the World Snooker Championship.